Good morning, fellow homeschool mamas. Today I am going to share with you how to keep homeschooling fun and exciting and engaging while in the midst of wintertime, when the days are short and cold, and sometimes we question whether the sun's existence is even still with us. So I'm going to roll through some of these. I do have them written down on my computer if you see me glancing down. I'm just making sure that I do not forget any of them. And if you are new here, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. If homeschooling and traveling is a passion for you and your family or something that you've always dreamed of doing, please follow along, hit the subscribe button, and like the video so that I know that this is something that you are interested in and can kind of help me tailor some of my videos to my viewers' preferences. But getting into this, I would say the first thing that is kind of the easiest that comes to mind would be virtual field trips. You can do, and I've mentioned this in some of my other field trip videos, but this is a really great one for the winter time when maybe you're not able to get out there or it's not weather permitting and you can't go outside and the kids are just kind of, and so usually they have virtual experiences for zoos, museums like art museums, history museums, and sometimes like forts and fortresses, things like that. Some marinas near the water, they allow you to have public videos so you can watch some of the boats that come through. You can do that. And I would say landmarks. Some landmarks you can. I think that one's a little bit more... It's not as common, but it is possible that some landmarks do have that. I would say the second thing that is great would be indoor arts and crafts projects. Anywhere from taking a piece of paper and cutting up snowflakes. You can also do certain art projects to make snowflakes out of different chemicals and other things like that. Or you can just do a simple scissor and paper activity for different snowflake styles, which is relatively easy, inexpensive, and pretty... It's really no mess cleanup and doesn't take much to put together, so prep easy. Or you could do something along the lines of making your own mini snow globe, which obviously requires a little bit more materials and prep work. So there's definitely, we can tailor it a little bit more for some experiments and hands-on projects. I would say we specifically, for our third one, do loads of painting a little bit more in the wintertime. Watercolor is my go-to. As you know, our science project, well, not our project, our science curriculum this year has painting woven into it, so that has helped. But watercoloring we do all the time, and when it is sunny enough, I do send them on the back deck to get the watercoloring done. If not, we get from the dollar store, a tablecloth, and I put it on our table and we just use that to paint on over and over again because I don't care if it's messy or if we have ran out. I use the paper shopping bags that you can get from grocery stores and I just cut them so they can lay flat on the table, and it's pretty easy peasy lemon squeezy. So loads of painting, any type. I just prefer watercolor because it's easy, mess-free. And the watercolor pens we have just started using this year with our science, and it's a game changer. If you have not used them, please try them, use them, take this words of wisdom, and try the pens. It is way less messy, and you can take them, you can go wherever you want, and my kids absolutely love them. The fourth one I would say is new games and puzzles. Obviously Christmas has just happened, and so I always do a few family games. Like this year we added Pictionary to our game closet. So, and I got that at Five Below, so I'm not splurging tons of money on these things. It's just really about killing time in the winter until some sun rolls around and making memories and doing things together. So new games such as Pictionary. You can do charades. We did a New Year's Eve charade themed party, like the ball dropped and the ball drop's coming down, or hugging when the ball's dropping, or you can do whatever whatever floats your boat. But you can do charades and tailor it to, like, building a snowman or a seasonal activity. So that is fun. And puzzles, it's a great time to kind of just snuggle up and do some puzzles together, or a lot of times we have different puzzles for different age groups. Everybody has their own spot on the living room floor and everybody puts their own puzzle together, or sometimes when the little ones are in bed, the two oldest will stay up with mom and dad, and we will do like a big family puzzle together on the floor. So puzzles and games, it is a great time to get out, dust off some of those family games that you don't use as much as maybe you thought you would. So it's just a good way to get together. And a lot of board games have the junior version, like Catan, Monopoly, Ticket to Ride. Most of them have junior versions for younger kids, and so it's a great way to include the little ones and teach them as they grow. And Candyland is my kids' favorite. So board games and puzzles, definitely bring those out, dust off the shelves, and get cracking. I would say, depending on your weather in the state and where you live, is more applicable than others. Nature walks. Just bundle up and maybe throw in some hot chocolate and do like a paper to go cup or whatever floats your boat, and have the kids go on a nature walk. Just dress appropriately and maybe bring some hot chocolate, or if not, you don't want to fight with that, have hot chocolate when you get back and discuss the nature and what you've seen and the changes of the seasons, or have you heard any animals, or use the Seek app on your phone and listen to, there's also ones that you can listen to the bird calls. Seek is not that one, but you can listen to the bird calls and it tells you what bird it is. My daughter loves that one. And you can use the Seek app to identify plants and mushrooms and flowers, and it's incredible. So you can get out there in the winter and still do those things. Another one is to create a cozy reading corner, or like a little nook. I would say that this one would be a good to do, that you create a specific cozy reading nook just for the winter time, and when it gets a little more summer, maybe that one goes away. It just kind of makes it a little bit more special and unique for the winter time during our homeschool days. And just cuddle up with a cozy book and just encourage reading, whether it's a family read aloud, whether it's individual reads, just encourage reading. And I know what I'm about to say, it's easier said than done, mamas. So no shame in the game if you slack like me sometimes. But the best encouragement to your children reading is them seeing a parent reading, or someone that lives in the home, whether that's grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle, cousins, whoever is living in your home. The best example to encourage our kids to love books is to see that the people that they look up to also love books and they can read with them. So just try to read during these winter months. See, my brain's already thinking of summer, which I don't do great in the heat. So I don't really know why my brain's thinking of that. The next one would be cooking and baking. Maybe do a little bit more child-led cooking and baking, or everybody in the family learn a new skill, a new cooking skill. I am not good at dough. Dough is my pitfall. Everybody makes it look easy, and it is not easy for me. So making dough, learn to make dough together, or just do an extra thing of cookies one day, or find an easy recipe and let your kids take the lead. Be hands off and monitor from the back, but let the kids take the lead. Or let's focus on just setting the ingredients up and finding the materials. And we could do our math measurements. And then the kids, let them have fun washing the dishes. One washes, one dries, and we can take turns and we can make it fun. And then we can go enjoy our snacks together. But maybe just hone in on the cooking and the baking while it is a little bit more at home, relaxed season, I think is a favorite of mine. Or if you're not into cooking and baking, throw in a bowl of popcorn. And every time you do a bowl of popcorn, let the kids pick different seasonings. Maybe it's butter, maybe it's salt. Maybe you do drizzled butter and salt and oregano, like Italian seasoning on it. That's delicious. Maybe you want to do like a candy one with sprinkles and chocolate syrup drizzle or Nutella on it. Let the kids be in charge of the month or the week of popcorn and what the toppings will be. That is an easy, fun one if you are also not super into baking or cooking. And you can also do themed mini units. Maybe you want to do one about snow. Maybe you want to do one about certain plants that grow or flowers that thrive and grow in the wintertime. Maybe you want to do one about the difference between deciduous and evergreen trees in the wintertime. I mean, you can do whatever. I do know that Teachers Pay Teachers is a great website for us to utilize to find a little mini unit. And Gather Round does have some they do all unit studies. It's a little expensive, but it's beautiful, and it includes everybody in it from all age groups that they can do it, and you order it based on age groups, and it does everything from math, language arts to like history and geography and whatever, and spelling. It encompasses it all, but they do certain themed units, and it can be anything from cooking to visual like artist studies, and they can do cooking, you can do farming, you can do a winter theme study. You pick any theme that your kids love and they have it. So if you want to do your own, make your own unit study. But if that's not something that's up your alley and you don't know how to do, I would highly suggest looking into Gather Round and picking a fun themed unit study from them for a month or two during the winter time, and it changes it up, gives some spice and new life. It's refreshing. Everybody kind of gets something new and exciting, and it's quick, it's temporary, but it does come at a cost, so that is something to consider. And sometimes it's not a cheap cost, but just depends on you and your family. But I thought that that was a great resource for a themed unit study for desires, passions, and to spice it up in the winter time. And the last one that really kind of sticks out to me would be, sometimes we let our kids supervised. We turn on YouTube while we're there and we do a kids yoga together. Or they have like ninja runs. If they just need to like do some exercise inside, we do the ninja runs. Or they have like ninja turtle stretch or princess yoga, all different types of things for exercising indoors. And yoga or like ninja moves or whatever is up your alley. Or the what is it where you jump the fire, the floor is lava game. They have those too. I'm not a super fan of those as the kids jump from sofa to sofa, but it is a fun way to burn off some steam if you've been trapped inside, and to have some fun. And again, it's usually going to be online, so as long as I think it's parent monitored, there's not much problem with it, and they know it's a timed allotted slot of some extra fun. So I would say takeaways, going back through, my favorite would probably be the new family games and puzzles, and the yoga and the cooking and baking would probably be my favorite 3 out of these lists that we probably utilize the most. And again, this is a temporary season. This too shall pass. It's cold and slow, and just make the most of it with your family. Ride it out. If you get tons of snow, you either probably dislike it or your kids love it, and there is already something extra your kids can do, which is go out and playing in the snow. We live in Virginia where snow doesn't really happen. It is supposed to snow tomorrow and Monday, which is Mondays when this video will be out. We are supposed to finally get some snow this year. So maybe the kids can play in it, but these are just, I think, some really great, easy ways to enjoy the time in the winter months when you get bogged down and it's sleepy and the days kind of lack some sunshine. So I hope any of these help, and I hope that it makes your homeschooling in the wintertime a little bit more festive and spice of life. So thanks for watching. Bye.